The times we're living in are very interesting. A lot is happening very fast. So much chaos and disruption all at the same time. And everything is looking chaotic when people's attention are moved to the left and to the right. Before you know it, snap. Laws, bills, legislations have been passed, policies that are quite impunitive passed. But before you know it, you didn't see it coming. Why? Because either you are being moved to attention about a political issue, or you are being moved around something that was civic related, or at the same time being moved because something is celebrity or influencer related. So as you're busy debating and choosing sides, the game has already been played. It's like we're living in this arena. But in this arena, we are the audience and we have the players, and each player knows their part. And that's the type and place we are in right now. And the scary and most painful part about it is the lives are being gambled. People's lives are being gambled by the day, by the hour. 1 minute is missiles to the left, 1 minute is stopped, 1 minute everything is normal. Homes, lives destroyed. People will get deployed. Things are going to happen at scary that you think and ask yourself, what's really going on? Well, it's the world that we're living in. Your attention is so important that before you know it, if you put it in the wrong place and you're not keen enough, you will get lost. And if there's one thing I've always learned, and when you do your history, you'll learn one thing. When empires fall, chaos and disruption is the order of the day. So when we're about to stop something, an empire that is impunitive and an empire that is crashing and everything, simultaneously, there'll be so much disruption that your attention will be moved to the left and to the right. That by the time they open up and tell you, hey, surprise, the things they've done, the bills they've passed, the impunitive actions leave you flat foot. And that's why it's very important to make sure you don't end up being the sheep led by a shepherd who intentionally isn't a good shepherd, just someone who just decided just to lead the sheep astray. It is very important to make sure that your attention is where it's supposed to be, because your attention is money. Your intention has so much value, and that is why systems, governments, businesses, people will use it. And where you place your attention, sadly, that's where all the action will happen. And if you're not careful, your attention could lead to something that should not have happened to happen. It's very important to know that the value of your attention, and ask yourself, whatever I'm reading, whatever I'm watching, whatever I'm listening to, whatever I'm entertaining, conversations I'm engaging in, what level have I given it, and what level of attention does it have? And does this level of attention have any value to you? Because if it doesn't have, you may be just in this big circus and you playing your part. You paying the ticket to go and get lied to, deceived, and go back asking yourself, my day ended. What did I do with my day? You can't recall. And it's very important to always know that we are living in times that are very, very scary. Times whereby we are seeing things that were not normal becoming normalized. We are seeing people lose their life every day until you scratch your head and ask yourself, what's really going on? The value of life right now is so important, but at the same time, you're seeing many people look at life and the value they give life is very less. We are living in times whereby people want to argue over anything and everything. It's quite simple. Just write a post and write, say, orange is a fruit and is not a color. Simple. That, don't do much. Or kiwi is a bird, not a fruit. Simple. And sit and watch the level of chaos those few words will bring. And sadly, that's where life, we become so toxic. System, people have become too toxic. And sometimes you hear this thing where people say social media is bad and internet is bad. I beg to differ to an extent. I believe, yes, it has its it has its interruptions. However, It's all fed by the user. So it goes back to the user. Whatever you feed is whatever you get. Whatever content you feed, whatever content you engage in is whatever you'll be fed. Whatever likes and share and comments that you make is what will be fed. Whatever conversations you engage in is what will be fed. So if social media was to be looked at from the context of what we as individuals are accountable to, what we feed, then maybe the argument may be quite different. And how we choose to critique it will be very different. Because it is easy to generalize, but it is very interesting. It's like the notion of you have one finger pointing and you have three pointing back at you. These three that point back at you is a reminder of every time that before you pointed that one finger, are you sure that the three finger pointing back at you doesn't mean that you're part of that problem? Because we are what we feed. And when we are chilled out, our subconscious will kick in. And whatever we fed will take center stage. It is very important to know the value of your attention because your attention is gold. And your attention in the wrong place at the wrong time, then I'm sorry for you. It will end up in a path you do not know. Your attention, for example, if you have a child, let's say you have a little child around you, or even older, and they want to engage in a particular conversation, you stuck on your phone or whatever gadget it is. That child just wants attention. Because you fail to give them that attention, they'll go to seek attention to another person. They just want 5 or 10 minutes of your time. But because you didn't give them, they'll go somewhere else. Let's say they go to the internet. Sadly, we have many creeps who identify as children, but they're not children. They're just adult creeps. And that's where the child will engage in. Remember that 5 minutes of attention they needed with you? A total stranger, creepy, dangerous, manipulative, will be where the attention will be taken. Eventually, those 5 minutes that you could have given that child, gone. Let's say it's a relationship. Your partner just wants 5, 10, or 15 minutes, or even 1 hour with you, conversation, just chilling and everything. You deny them that. What happens? When a situation can happen that if someone is not careful, lustfully, they end up engaging. Or let's say it's not even lustful. Let's say they start engaging in things they're not supposed to. Let's look at cults, for example. One thing you learn about cults is all about attention. If the person lacks attention from the people close to them, they get attention from other people. Sadly, these people have cultish-like behaviors, and they end up joining into these cults because of attention. So attention is everything. Where you place your attention matters a lot. It is so important. That's why propaganda, what does it need? Your attention. Media, what does it need? Your attention. Think about mainstream media. You have 30 minutes of information thrown at you by the editorial team. Now, out of that 30 minutes, you have 3 minutes or 4 minutes per clip. 3 to 4 minutes per clip is all agenda based. All agenda based because remember, at the same time, these mainstream medias, they need to pay their bills. How? Through advertisement. How? The type of content and that 30 minutes has to have a particular agenda they're selling. They have to report back to the investors who want a particular thing to go out. So your attention that you'll give in that 30 minutes will matter a lot. You have 30 minutes that if you're not very careful with, you might end up taking a notion, a philosophy, a theory that was never real. The same mainstream media that will show you how they do good investigation, but they themselves cannot investigate themselves. They cannot hold themselves accountable to their own publishing. They will tell you how much something or someone has done this, but they themselves need to do their own investigation. Why would they give out newspapers or any publishing material and create ads, and those ads have not done their due diligence? People trust the publishing to do their due diligence. People end up getting scammed, or whatever advertisement they put could be questionable, and people end up trusting them. Your attention matters, and where you put your attention is very important. We have all these AI type of product whereby you are told, take this photo so that you can look like an animation. You keep forgetting that when you're doing that, the when it was scanning your face and doing that, it's going to this whatever AI tool. Mind you, you've already given your rights. Next thing you know, your face, your imagery is being used in 100 different places, being created. Be very careful who, where, and what to give attention to. Your attention is value. Your attention is money. Your attention changes life. Your attention can build and destroy. So ask yourself this question: what am I giving my attention to? And is it worth it? If it's not, maybe it's time you sit back and say, hold up. Maybe, just maybe, I'm putting myself so deep into something that I was never supposed to be. Your attention is everything. Use it wisely, or it will be destroyed. Choice is all yours.